Joy Tactics.
Welcome back to Joy Tactics. That is the
Right.
polite way to begin a podcast, is to formally and respectfully welcome you in to a space.
Thank
How are
them.
you guys?
And thank
How are
them
you
as
today?
well.
Good. Great to see everybody. How are you today,
And
Eric?
you as-
Eric, Nate, would you guys mind taking your hats off? No, just you're inside.
I really can't. I have some surgeries going on that
All
I
right.
really just can't.
Okay, well then I respect.
I wouldn't
then
like the public to be exposed to it right
Right.
now.
thank you for saying
And
that,
actually-
Nate.
because of my religion, it's more polite for me to keep it on. But I don't want to get into that with you.
Baseball
I
is
want
your
people to respect my
religion.
swag. Swang.
So
Religion.
immediately we're taking down the walls of manners.
Well, manners need to evolve and kind of catch up with the 21st century. Okay? There's just no
Right.
question about it. That's unanimously agreed upon by all manner scientists.
Right.
I think
Please.
this is a really important episode for our listeners because a lot
Yeah.
of people out there, I feel like, just weren't raised right. I can just tell from the grammatical errors, and just the way that they speak to us.
Sometimes the rudeness, even. And I don't want to get it. I'm not calling anyone out, and I never get offended. But sometimes the rudeness, I can just tell that it's an angry young man who maybe hasn't had a father figure or hasn't been shown how to be mannerful.
Yeah.
Mannerized.
They're raised by the wild.
Right.
These people act like they went to the Homer Simpson
Wolves.
school of burping. They're acting
Exactly,
like
dude.
They did, and they did. A lot of these people grew up on The Simpsons because they're, this age of gross television raised a whole generation of
Right.
sick people.
Oh,
who like to
that's
go,
for sure.
Makes me sick.
Right. Well, you make
Right.
a good point, Eric, that manners are very ancient and old and archaic. Because when you think of manners, you think of a butler. You think of placing the fork on the right side of the table.
Exactly.
And how do you? It feels like manners are just around like going to a dinner party in like the South in the 1840s.
Right.
That's where we stopped. We were like, we got all the manners here. Let's stop it right now. I feel like the society won't progress past this point at all. And that's where we're at right now. And
Right.
lo and behold, the world has changed very
rapidly. Technology rapidly.
But manners have not changed at all, I would
No.
say.
But really quick, I do want to shout out just sort of what manners have done for us as a society, right? Nate's putting in the Zen.
You see how I
Right,
waited.
Yo,
for
did
you
you,
to-
I saw they had 9 milligram ones.
They have 9 milligram.
There's 12 as
Yeah.
well.
There's a massive shortage right now, by the way.
Holy shit. There's too
It's-
much work
it's
being done.
It's crazy.
There's too much
dude.
grinding being done by the general public.
This is my
Okay.
theory, real quick. Sidebar,
Say
just
it,
on the
say it.
Zen. So they have intentionally put out a shortage of Zen because there's the off-brand ones, and they don't abide by the 3-6 milligram rules. Okay, so these are on 2, 4, and 8. So if you're on a 3, you're gonna go up to a 4. Okay,
Oh.
when the shortage is happening. So then when the Zen comes back, you're not gonna go back to a 3. You're gonna go up to the 6. So then, and lo and behold, you're more addicted to the product, and then you're gonna want more of those and more, and then they're gonna do a shortage again, and then you're gonna go up to 8, and then you're gonna have 2 6s in your mouth after that.
You need to
It's
stop
all
with
a
this
part of
math.
the Zen fucking plan, dude. I swear to God.
Diabolical Zen math. That's not right.
I
Why don't
see
people
right
just
fucking
say?
through it, man?
Of course you do. You always do.
Why don't people say behold? I know some people do, but what's that low about? Lo and behold.
Lo and behold.
What's low
Looky
mean?
here.
What's low
looky,
about?
looky.
Low.
Low.
Do
Low
you
is
ever just
like,
say
yo.
that?
Low.
Low,
What the
dude.
hell, man?
Oh yeah, low. I'm gonna start saying that instead of check it.
Mhm.
Hey, low,
Hey, low yourself now.
low, go low on yourself.
But back to manners. I'm looking at this design. Dude, really quick, also sidebar. worst water on the planet. Went to
Dasani.
McDonald's last night. Dasani water.
You got the McDonald's water sitting on the counter.
It's so pathetic to get a Big Mac large meal and then be like, I'll get water with that actually.
That's like
There's
smoking
like
heroin
clips
and
of
eating
like
cabbage.
Gen Z. There's like clips of like young Gen Z teens, and they like try Dasani, and they're like throwing up because they
No,
think it's,
there's
like
not.
So gross.
Good.
And-
It is.
oh my god.
That is so. I mean, I'll still drink it. Yeah, listen, a lot of people around the world would be lucky to have water this clean.
Right.
It tastes like there's 1 grain of bouillon in there or something.
Yuck.
Well, you know the
all right.
Dasani is not it's just tap water filtered.
Right.
You know that, right? And smart water, I just saw a TikTok about this.
Smart water is vapor distilled. It so has none of the minerals that keep you alive and healthy.
Right, exactly. And what is the other one? They're basically like, if it doesn't say natural spring water on it, then don't even.
It's not. Don't drink that shit for real.
Well, you know,
gonna
Aquafina's
do you
about to
more
get shut
damage.
down. Aquafina's South America plant had to get closed down because people were getting.
Isn't Aquafina Coca-Cola, or is that Aquafina's
Yeah.
Pepsi? Dasani's Coca-Cola.
Right. So they shut
These
those
fucking
plants down because
rats.
they were finding like bacteria in them.
Jesus. These people have no manners for how to make water.
Yeah, and I just want to say that I lied about what I just said. But
Well,
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
but back to the origins of manners. You know that manners are. Mom, do we have to fucking sit at the table like this? And do I have to set the silverware this way? Yes, you do. Do I have to take my shoes off when I come inside? Yes, you do. Do I have to brush my teeth before? Manners have kept us. We are, by nature, a very violent sexual species, okay? That's how we initially got ahead. But once we got to this point and we started looking like we do, we beat out the Australopithecus, whatever. We needed something called manners to organize our society into
Right.
something that could function, okay? Without manners, it's chaos. It's orgies. It's adultery, cheating, murdering, all of this stuff, okay? The manners give you a little organization, a little structure to say like, oh, I can't do this because this will offend so-and-so. You know what I mean? Manners have kept us alive. But they haven't progressed.
Certainly have.
Okay,
Yes.
they have not
Well,
progressed.
To an extent, I do push back on that, of course. For
Well,
one,
please, I encourage that. Thank you.
of course. For one, I want to say let's add Australopithecus to the Joy Tactics bingo card because I feel like that's a good one.
Right.
For two,
Yeah.
I think at first there is an element of control. Well, the other thing is I noticed that you put violence and sexuality as things to control that are associated together. I would say that's a trap. Sexuality I associate with calmness, and something that people think you need to control it, but you don't. It's actually the most peaceful thing about a human being is love. Okay.
Sexuality.
Yeah, in what I'm working on, yeah. But what I'll say about manners is this: they're almost the enemy of efficiency in a sense. It's almost as if manners were invented as a form of mind control, population control. Because if I say, "Hey, dude, you see those grapes on top of that rock? It's actually really polite. It'd really mean a lot to me if you'd walk all the way 600 feet that way around that hill and then go over to the rock. That's like how you show me respect."
To get the
Meanwhile,
grape.
I'm going to go eat those grapes. So you can see how that translates immediately into put the fork on the left, put the fork on the right. Meanwhile, I'm back in the kitchen where I've got whatever, I'm smoking golden clove cigarettes. See, it's a form of
Holy
control because now you're not thinking about anything except respecting what my rules are.
Right.
You need to give a workshop on questioning authority and questioning just sort of the way things are, because I accepted it as truth. You saw how I was proselytizing manners and how amazing they were. And it just takes you one paragraph to make me question everything about my reality.
Well,
Thank you, man.
Wow.
Yeah. and that's free of charge.
And can I share a story, a fork-based story,
Please.
from my family history that revolves around manners and the repercussions of not having manners.
Oh,
Now,
Say
this
it
is what would
now.
happen back in the day. All right, this happened to my father. Okay, my grandfather, World War II veteran.
which
okay?
country?
Oh, respect. Yeah. By the way, that's a great. Which question?
We'll just
sir?
move
I mean,
on.
which
I'll talk
country?
about that in a different episode. But he was at. This is like a story that they would all. That was like a fun story to tell. You know, it wasn't. It seems kind of dangerous, and you'll see why in a second. But
Right.
they're kind of like, haha. When I was a kid, there was something happened at the dinner table. Somebody was, I don't know, acting without manners in some degree. Okay, and manners can mean a lot of different things. All right, it's up for interpretation, right? So my dad, I think he reached for something like without pass the plate down or something like that, and my grandfather took a fork and fucking stabbed hit my dad's like hand.
He hit him with
it
And
like,
stuck it.
basically stabbed him. Basically my grandfather stabbed my dad
Jesus Christ.
when he was and this is just so. Yeah, are you gonna respect the household manners after that? Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
you
so.
will.
And guess what? He had about 4 to 5 brothers and sisters. So yeah, they're gonna. And he was the oldest.
You
So
only
he
need to
made
make
an
it-
example.
Mm.
All right, and then they're gonna follow suit after that. So
Mhm.
was
You
he the
see-
example? Yeah.
That's classic leadership 101.
But you see,
That's
how
actually a
that ties
102.
right
That's a
into
little
that.
advanced.
But this is the way that parenting